Can you believe we are up to day 5? Welcome, you did it. We have implemented some really powerful strategies, right? And there are so many more strategies that you can use to make more sales, creating different offers, creating different funnels and sales funnels. But just know that all the work you've done to now, if that's all you ever do, is link up your link in bio to your sales pages with everything optimized and create content consistently from your heart using the tools and resources and ideas that we've talked about over the last 4 days, you're going to make it. Now, day 5 is all around this idea of sales getting in your way. Like, what's blocking you from making the sales? And today is more of a conversation. It's more of a reminder that I need to have with you and your soul. And also to like talk to that little mean girl in your head that's saying, don't do that. You'll look like, you look like you're pushy. You'll look like, Auntie Vera won't like you if you keep talking about your business. All right. Now here we go. If Auntie Vera is going to pay all your bills and send you on the holiday of your dreams whilst you drive your dream car around doing the grocery shopping, then we can listen to what Auntie Vera has to say. But if Auntie Vera is not doing that, then with all the love, we need to say, love you, Auntie Vera, but putting you on mute, not listening to you, right? And that goes same with the inner mean girl, the itty bitty shitty committee who lives inside your head. So let's dive into what our workbooks looks like for today, day 5. The psychology of sales and getting your own way. We talk about here, I talk a lot about the different ways that we get into our head, the ways that we block ourselves from sales. I call this sales goddess energy. About 5 years ago, I did this whole course called The Awaken the Sales Goddess. And I truly believe that we have a selling style that we love. We have a sales goddess personality. So we're going to talk a little bit about that, but just note that have a read through this. Is the fear of judgment the thing that's getting in your way? Auntie Vera judging you. Is it that you're sitting there thinking, well, who am I to do that? My stuff might not be as good as hers. And we all go down that road, trust me. You could be making millions and millions of dollars and you still have those days where you're like, oh shit, I think maybe I am a faker, right? Or maybe my stuff's not as good as hers. Generally, if that's what you're thinking, you're probably tired, hungry, or need to go and inject some life into your life. So go visit friends, go do something you enjoy doing. Your sales is unauthentic. You're doing sales in a way that's isn't in alignment with your awakened sales goddess personality, and we'll talk about that, and the fear of rejection. They're the most common ways we block ourselves to sales. So, as I said, if we're looking at the fear of judgment, unless the person that's judging you is paying all your bills and letting you live the life that you desire, we don't listen to them. Imposter syndrome, we all have it. And, like, who says you're not enough? Who says that your stuff's not good enough? We're all unique. We all have a different way of positioning ourselves. I sit on our calls and go, oh my God, did I ramble too much? Did I talk too much? Was I succinct and clear? We all get in our own head, right? And I have a certain teaching style. I like to interject story and I've got ADHD. I'm a little bit here, there, and everywhere, but I know how to get shit done and I give you the tools to make it happen, right? So you've just got to remind yourself that we all have a unique style. Now, sales, when they feel inauthentic, we'll talk about that in a second. Fear of rejection, I want you to know this. The more no's you have, the closer you're getting to your yes. Have you heard that before? And, if somebody's saying no to your offers, it's not they're saying no to you. They're not saying, no, you're a bad person. That's not what they're saying. It's just not what they need right now, or it's not what they're looking for, or it's just not for them. And that's totally fine because you don't want people who don't love what you do in your world because it's just going to make business hard and really, quite frankly, unenjoyable. You'll probably want to give it up pretty quickly because it'll just suck the life out of you. You heard of like those energy vampires? If you have everybody say yes to you, you're going to end up with energy vampires, and that's not good either. So now can we just spend this next 5 minutes talking about authentic selling, right? let's stop screen sharing and let's just have a one-on-one chat around feminine sales. I call it the awakened sales goddess system. I believe that you, me, everyone else that's watching this, anyone else that comes into our world has a selling personality. We have a way that we like to sell. Now, in my world, I don't call it selling, I call it inviting. I'm inviting you to take a step closer to getting what you want through what I do. If you don't want to come, it's totally cool. If you do want to come, I'm so here and excited for that too. I'm not attached to your yes or your no because I know that there's other people that will always say yes to my invitation. The ones that say no, we're just not the right fit. I might not be the right person for them, right? They might be like, she talks too much, or she's too jumpy and everywhere and blah, blah. Like, who knows? Who cares what they're saying? They might not like my hair. That, it doesn't matter how much I brush my hair today, it's just going to look like this because of the humidity in the air. They might not like that I don't wear sleeves. It doesn't matter. All I know is I'm going to tell you this. When people say no, it's going to feel like a personal wound to your heart. And the reason is women, our businesses are personal. We put so much of our soul, of our life force into everything we create in a business. That's why it feels so personal. A man compartmentalizes. He's like, well, business is business, relationships are relationships, kids are kids. Where women, we like mesh everything together, right? We're like getting the cake batter and the eggs and the milk and the kids and the job and the business and the relationship, and we mix it all together and it's just one big cake batter. So we feel it. Men, the eggs are the eggs, the butter's the butter, right? But women, we mesh everything together. So now you know that about yourself. Just know it's not personal when somebody says no. When someone says something mean about you, it says more about who they are as a person than you. So long as you're true to your core values and beliefs, you can never be inauthentic. I know in everything I do, I give everything I've got to it. I spend more time helping other people make money than myself. Bit weird, but it works, right? I'm so dedicated to what I do. Even if I had $10 million in the bank, I'd still do what I do because I love it. And that's what you need to do with your business. You need to be so in love with what you do that even if you had all the money in the world, you wouldn't do it. You would still do it because it's your passion. It feels your purpose until it isn't. Next thing you need to know about sales is this sales personality thing, right? So I think of it a little bit like the love languages, the 5 love languages. If you haven't read if you don't know your love language, go Google 5 love languages quiz and do the free quiz, because I can pretty much guarantee that your love language is directly correlated to the way you like to do sales. So for me, my love languages are acts of service. So anything you do to make my life easier, I love you. I feel loved and I love you back, right? I feel that connection with you. My second love language is words of affirmation. I need encouragement. I like to hear that I'm helping you. I like to hear that you're getting results. I like to hear that you're enjoying what I create for you. That way, that builds my connection. So how I sell is by giving away things that make your life easier as a coach, healer, or soul-led entrepreneurs, by creating products and courses that are low cost, because I believe everybody should have equal access to stuff. I do not believe in you needing to spend thousands to get a result, right? I believe we should all have the opportunity to be able to do it. So my sales love language is I give loads of stuff for nothing. I create loads of stuff and I create low price stuff that's going to make your life easier, that's going to make your business easier, that's going to make it easier for you to get the results you want. Remembering my love language is acts of service. So it directly correlates to my sales love language. Now remember, my other love language is words of affirmation. So I will always encourage people who come into my world that they can definitely achieve what they want. You can't have thought of this dream if it wasn't meant for you. The only thing that's going to stop you from being successful is you giving up. And that's what most people do. They give up because they've set their expectations too high, too soon, too fast, and they give up before it's done. But your love language might be gift giving. Maybe you love to give gifts. So maybe you do give free stuff, which is very similar to acts of service, right? But what I do makes your life easier. But you might just give free things. Maybe your love language is physical touch, in which case you love getting on aligned, invitational conversations with people, not sales conversations. You're not doing one of the three icks. You're just having a talk to somebody. Get them to get to know them, letting them get to know you to see if you really can be the person that's best to help them in this moment, without leaving them feel like you're the only savior on this planet and that they're shit. So, sales psychology is that if you don't invite people into your offer, you can't help them. And you know you were here to help people. You know you are here to help people in whatever way that you currently do it. But you can only help them if they pay you. Because here's the thing, the way we live life now, our currency is with money. The currency, the frequency, the energy of exchange, how we exchange things, the currency of exchange is money. Once upon a time, it was silks and gems. Before that, it was livestock. Before then, it was bartering. I'll do this for you if you do this for me, right? Over the course of time of humans, we've had different currencies, different ways we have an exchange between people. In this day and age, it's money. Money is just a tool. It's just a way we exchange things. But if you don't tell people where they can go or how they can access your things that are going to help them, you can't help them because there is no exchange. So be bold within inviting people into checking out your sales pages. Be bold and brave and forthcoming and be open. You're not there to get yeses. You're there to go, you know what? I see you. I see you struggling to fit into those skinny jeans that you wore 5 years ago. And I know it breaks your heart every time you can't get them on. I know how badly you want to get them on, right? You don't want to throw them away. You love those jeans. You really want to get back into those jeans. Well, I've got this thing that's going to help make that possible. So if you want to fit in those skinny jeans and this feels right to you, give it a go. Here it is. Here's the link for you to get it. Click this and you'll go. Again, I believe in empowered decisions, meaning the person knows and says yes every step of the way. I'm not manipulating somebody to say yes to anything. You either want it or you don't. And I'm cool with that because Angela, as a person, is the same whether you say yes or no to me. Angela, as a person, has feelings, and sometimes I take things personally when I shouldn't. And that's this work. That's this work of reminding yourself that you're here for a bigger purpose than pleasing just one or two, three people, and that you won't please everybody, and not everybody's meant to work with you or buy from you. The next thing you need to know about sales psychology is there is a journey. We talked a little bit about this before, right? There is a sales journey that your ideal client has. So look at your own sales journey. If it's a big ticket item, do you just go and make the decision, or do you research first? Do you check other things out? Do you reread the sales page? Do you then go and watch somebody else, and it might take you eight weeks, maybe 12 weeks before you hit go and buy it? Right. You might be an impulse buyer on some things, but other things you're not. Things that are important to you, you generally give more consideration to. Your ideal client's exactly the same way. And when you put expectation on things, you kill it. Right? Because now you're holding on to that thing so hard that you kill it. So it's like hold your dream the way you would hold a baby bird, with an open hand, with full of expectation that that baby bird is going to take off and fly and soar and do have the most amazing adventures across the savannas of the world. But if you're like, but you can only do it this way and your wings can only go this way and you can only fly north and east, it's not going to have the adventures And when we have expectations on ourselves, it has to happen in this time, we're strangling our baby bird, our baby dream. So go do your love languages test, because then ask, if that's how I feel loved and feel connected, how can I bring that into my business? Because that's my sales love language. Remember, every no is getting you closer to a yes, and we're just inviting. That's all we're doing. We let the other person deal with them. We're not going to sweat it if they say no, but we're totally here to celebrate if they say yes. There is no measure of enoughness. We do not line people up in order of enoughness. It doesn't exist. There is no measurement tool for enoughness. So you can't be not good enough, because there is no measure for that. So we can totally bypass that. Anybody that's built a business, anybody that's building a business knows it takes blood, sweat, tears. But I promise you, using everything that you've done over the last 5 days will definitely exponentially speed up your results. And the rest is up to you. Use the manifestation strategies, use the techniques. Remember, selling is serving. You can only help people if you invite people. And we invite people by giving them the sales page, asking if they'd like to know more, asking if they'd like the link to XYZ. We're inviting people to your most awesome dinner party. And if they say yes or no, it's up to them. That's what I call authentic sales. Sales without the ick. I know that every step of the way, my person's had to say yes before they get the thing. I haven't convinced anybody. I haven't manipulated. I haven't pushed. I never tell somebody, I'm the only person that can help you. I don't believe that to be true. What I do know is that I will turn up every step of the way. So you need to align the way you sell with your love language and your values. Go ask ChatGPT, what is my brand identity? What do you know about me that I don't know about myself? What do you know about me and my business that I don't know about myself? And I promise you, use that prompt and you will get the most beautiful response. And I want you to read it every single time you feel like you're doubting yourself. Every time you sit there and think, oh God, am I good enough? I want you to remember there is no measure of enoughness. And if you're thinking, I need to quit, I need to give up, take a little break. Go look after your body. Go look after your mind. Maybe you need to sleep. Maybe you need a holiday. Maybe you need to go and connect with humans outside of your computer, because this can become very isolating and alone if you let it. So go find your love language. Go look at how it correlates to your sales love language. Have a think about your own customer journey, knowing that the law of attraction says like attracts like. You are attracting people that take the same amount of time to make decisions as you do. And remember that you are exactly where you need to be. The more we invite people into taking that step closer to us, the more sales we make. And if we don't invite people, then we can't help them. And we are here to help people. You can do this. You can build the business of your dreams. I know you can. So this is a wrap on our 5 days. I really, really hope that you have done every one of those steps along this 5-day journey. I know that if you do, and you stay committed to your desires and your goals, they will happen. Let your intuition guide you. Let your desires be your guide. And every single time that little worm, that little itty bitty shitty committee in your head tells you that you can't, lean in and remember, I've told you you can. Keep going. Don't stop. Don't give up. Play. Maybe have a look at what other people are doing and see how you can emulate that for yourself. And know that I believe in you. Have a great day. Bye.